Hey everyone, happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm your girl, Amber McCray, your lucrative insurance strategist. And I just wanted to, y'all know me. I'm always trying to drop some notes, drop some notion that you guys can do. And what I want to do is come on here to talk about usually on Mondays, I go live and I actually share some facts about something that could benefit beauty professionals or barbers or even vendors who are interested in jumping into the hair loss business. Today, I'm kind of changing up the notion just a little bit where, yes, we are going to still be talking about our the hair loss topic to help you guys get into the business. But today, I wanted to kind of tap into some frequently asked questions that I get from individuals who oftentimes are interested in getting into this industry. When it comes to non-surgical hair replacement, when it comes to when it comes to hair restoration services, and I want to answer a few of the common questions that I get when it comes to this. I think it's very important for us to drop this type of knowledge, because there's always classes that are being promoted, and I'm always huge, and I will tell any beauty professional this before they jump on to anything. Please make sure that you have done the research on the topic that you're looking to get into, so you can see if this is a good fit. And my purpose for coming on and doing like our free insurance integration webinars, our mastery trainings, is to make sure you know what that is. Because sometimes, us, we'll put money in, we invest in ourselves as we should, but when we're not sure of what we really need, now we're running into, hey, I just wasted my time. We're not trying to drop this extra money because that's money we could put into something that we really needed. All right. So today I'm going to cover, some frequently asked questions that beauty professionals have asked me on quite often. And if you are tuning in later on to this replay, just put hashtag replay below. But if you are in here right now, put a hey in the chat so I can know that you're there. And like I said, if you have any questions, I'll be able to catch much of that as well. All right, how you doing, Miss Maria? Thank you for jumping on. Okay, so just a little bit about myself before I get going, guys. I am your lucrative insurance strategist, Amber McCray, and I am a certified hair loss professional. And I say certified hair loss professional because it covers a couple of things that I'm into. I'm a not certified non-surgical hair replacement specialist, meaning that I actually specialize in getting cranial prosthesis services or hair replacement alternatives to clients to be able to cover their hair loss and not do any surgical intervention with that. It's done non-surgically, and that is actually what's billed to hair to insurance. So I'm gonna get into that in just a moment. Another thing that means is I'm also a certified clinical trichologist. So I also help individuals who are interested in actually restoring their hair from the scalp. Okay, so they're two different. They're both in the field of hair loss, but they're very close proximity as far as we're providing a solution to our hair loss clients, but the approach to getting that solution to the hair loss clients are different. So I do intertwine both into my business. So I put this out here to say, guys, if you are a trichologist, if you are a hair loss practitioner, you actually can, I can help you in those areas. And even if you're in non-surgical hair replacement, I can give the advice that can help with that, guys, and make sure that get the resources that you need so you can help your clients adequately. All right. But I know a lot of people like, hey, I want to get into this insurance topic. I hear insurance covers hair loss. And today we're going to talk about what does insurance really cover. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share this presentation. I'm big on presentations. Oh, and before that, I also want to say that I am the founder of Seamless Academy, which is a resource that we have put together where it provides a lot of resources to beauty professionals and beauty professionals who are interested in getting to the hair loss business. We did help you with getting your dental. We help you with getting filing insurance. We also have books. We have classes. We even teach you how to do non-surgical hair replacement. So Seamless Academy is a huge resource that provides different avenues for you guys to thrive in your hair loss business and really jumpstart it. We've taken out all of the fluff, okay? Because one thing about when we get into this medical industry, we didn't go to cosmetology school to become medical doctors. We didn't come to cosmetology school and learn how to do medical billing and coding. We didn't go to cosmetology school to learn how to do claims. So we do still need some type of training. But what I've done is put it in a way that beauty professionals, barbers, vendors, like anybody could take this training and know what to do. Got it. All right. Got the pen and paper on hand. Good. We got you. So this training, we put it in I like to say Barney style. I need Barney style information for me. So I'm a person that do hair all day. Okay, I don't need to go. I don't want to have all this extra reading or just this extra fluff that I don't need that doesn't not pertain to my field. So I've done a lot of the dirty work for you guys and have wiped away a lot of that. Okay, like this is the direct. If you follow these steps to getting in with these companies or even following the tips that we need, I've gotten a lot of the noise and the fluff out of the way, so we know what for beauty professionals what it is that we're able to do. So even though we did not go to medical billing school, even though we didn't go to school as doctors, we can communicate and give our clients what they need in for their hair loss services because we know exactly what part we fit into. We know what lane we're supposed to be in, and I teach our lane. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share this presentation about frequently asked questions that hair loss specialists ask. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Okay, you guys can see that. All right, so first things first. So hair loss specialist. What is a hair loss specialist? So hair loss specialists are usually those of us who go into the field of non-surgical hair replacement. Okay, so we are certified in offering non-surgical alternatives to individuals to get to cover their hair loss. Give them that peace that they need. Reassure their self-esteem. And we use this using things like cranial prosthesis, toupees, toppers. I do know individuals say, well, they may use crochets and sew-ins and things like that. But I'm not against that, guys. I'm not against it. I'm just saying when it comes to crochet, sew-ins, you have to do a lot of work to cover a person who has hair loss. So there are truly cranial prostheses and toupees, toppers, medical cap wigs, that can actually cover a client's hair loss because they're more of they're a candidate for non-surgical hair replacement versus us trying to make tracks attached to something that may not be as strong to be able to deal with it, and it just take a little bit more time. So I'm big on teaching you guys how to actually truly order according to something that's easier, saves time, but you can also get your revenue in the same instance. So one big thing that we hear a lot of is I hear that somebody asked me, it is strongly recommended. Oh, hold on. Here's the question. Do you have to be a facility? Hold on. I'm sorry, I can't hardly see it on my. Oh, should the facility purchase supplies while waiting for a claim to process? Okay, huge, huge question. When you decide that, hey, I'm into non-surgical hair replacement. Okay, I'm ready to buy my clients cranial prosthesis. But what do I need? I mean, do I need to go ahead? But I do want their insurance to cover their service. Okay, do I go ahead and buy it first? And I'll tell you guys, this is actually this is actually a chunk of our course that I'm presenting to you guys. So this is the type of details you'll learn when you actually take our course. But these are the actual slides out of this part. So I tell you guys, it is strongly recommended to avoid buying clients, assuring, telling clients like, hey, yeah, you got covered by insurance. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this service for you, and we'll wait for the insurance claim. And I say that you shouldn't do this because insurance is not always guaranteed. Sometimes, like, you can get the client, they might have called their insurance company, and the insurance company say, oh yes, durable medical equipment is covered because that is the supply that's covered, guys. And those who have jumped on been on my weekly trainings, the language may not sound so crazy, but durable medical equipment, guys, is what we build. Okay, when it comes to insurance covers non-surgical hair replacement services, and the part of the service that we are considered is a durable medical equipment supplier. That's a provider type. All right. So when you have your clients go check their insurance and they say, oh well, my insurance says that I have durable medical equipment coverage. You got to be careful because sometimes that durable medical equipment also covers walkers, that also covers prosthetic legs, prosthetic arms, and there are different things that have to be that the clients have to meet to be able to get the coverage they need. So even when it comes to cranial prosthesis, they have sometimes some clients their wig or their cranial prosthesis may not be covered unless they have a certain type of cancer. Okay. There's some services that may not be covered unless they have, like I said, malignant disease. So that's what the cancer is considered. Or maybe some people's needs won't be met unless they have admit their deductible. So why I say, don't do the service before you get payment, because you don't know what's going to happen when you submit that claim. Like, well, I try to teach you guys to know what's going to happen, because if you check that patient's eligibility, you usually know if there's going to be some type of coverage or there's not going to be any coverage. But Sorry, guys, I'm getting some notifications. You're going to know there's coverage when you check their patient eligibility. When a client comes to you saying, "Hey, I want to get insurance coverage for my services," the first thing that you need to do is, "May I get your information so I can check your patient eligibility?" Okay. So checking patient eligibility, there is like some steps to that. But I tell everyone you want to make sure you have an NPI number, a National Provider Identification Number, so you can call the company yourself and figure it out. You can also send your clients to do that as well. And we talk a lot about that in our insurance webinars, so the steps on how to do that. Okay. But since I'm live in the group, I'm trying to can't cut all the sauce out. When you get in the room for that Zoom, I can actually answer them questions a little bit better. But because I'm going live, I have to be careful about what I put out. So advice, guys, is highly recommended. Do not do the service before you get some type of payment. And if you do have a client who's waiting for insurance, but they're adamant about getting their services done, go ahead, take a deposit, and write up like a promissory agreement, like, hey, promise to pay, or like I say, if it's me, I'll take a deposit or let them go ahead and pay and let them know when the insurance company does pay, whatever insurance covers, we'll reimburse it back. But if that client is truly, truly, truly waiting on that insurance, just wait for the insurance claim to come and then you'll know what you're working with. But when you check that patient eligibility, guys, it usually will tell you what that amount that they would get covered if, there's no other factors like deductibles and things like that. Okay. So if y'all can follow me on that, make sure, just put "I follow" in the chat so I'll know I follow you on that. So I follow, because I know sometimes these words can get a little, I can get a little wordy with it, but definitely know if to summarize this whole paragraph, hey, do not do the service before, do not buy that unit without making sure. Don't do any services without making sure you have secured some type of payment. Okay. So if you follow me, put follow in the chat so I can know. Okay. Next question. Okay. This is another big one that I get. Okay. Another big one I get here is, in what instances should a client request reimbursement from the insurance company? So this is kind of an overlap into the one we just went into. This is a perfect instance here, guys. When it comes to insurance companies, there are several scenarios when it may be beneficial for a client. Okay, I'll make sure we got the chats. All right, following. Good, good, good. So there are several instances, guys, where it may be beneficial. One of them being is maybe right now you're not a listed provider. Okay. You're not in the network right now. So to get claims, guys, before you can receive any claims or any payments from an insurance company, you need to make sure that you have, thank you guys for letting me know you're following. Good, good. So the first things first, guys, before you get any type of a claim sent back to you or some type of payment, you first need to be a provider that is, you got to be a listed provider or be affiliated with these insurance companies. So let's say you're trying to get on with TRICARE. Let's say you're trying to get Blue Cross Blue Shield. Let's say you're trying to get with Aetna. Let's say you're name with United Healthcare. These are all real companies that you can get with, guys. And I know Miss Marie was asking about that earlier today. Those are lists of companies that you can actually get with. They're the same across the board. But do not just submit a claim just because you have a claim form in hand and just send it to a company and you have no affiliation with them. All right, so let me put that out there first. If you do not have any affiliation with these insurance companies, they're not going to get your claim. Now, there are times where you may be able to call that insurance company and actually talk to them and say, hey, I have this, I have a client that I'm working with, can you, but even still, when you call an insurance company, they're going to try to put you into the network or they're going to affiliate you in some type of way, whether you're listed in network or out of network. Even being listed out of network, guys, there is still an affiliation with that. It's not just, okay, submit claims. And don't be surprised. There will be representatives who will say, oh, you could just submit the claim and we should be able to get that back. But I'm telling you guys, you need to be affiliated with some type of way, because that's not true. I'm telling you it's not true because I've done it. So like I said, my whole purpose of putting together the sources I have for beauty professionals, like these groups, these webinars, is just to let you know what works and what doesn't work. Okay. All right. So one of the instances, if you have a client who is looking for reimbursement, directly from the insurance company, that's the way they do it now anyway. I teach you guys how to get the reimbursement directly yourself. Okay. But some clients, a lot of facilities who are not affiliated with providers or insurance companies, they have to say, okay, here's a receipt. Okay, here's a receipt. Now you need to go to your insurance company and ask for reimbursement back. And there's a claim. So basically the client go file the claim through member services. All right. So if you're a provider that is out of network, or basically you're not affiliated with this insurance company, this is a good instance to where you might want to do that. Say, hey, I'm not with this company, but I don't want to hold you up from getting any type of coverage from your insurance companies. So I'm going to give you this receipt and you can go talk to your insurance company to get reimbursement back from them. That's one thing you do. Another one is the provider does not directly bill insurance. Okay. So let's say, you might be with the networks, but you don't actually do the claims. You don't know how to go into a portal yet, or maybe you don't have somebody hired to do that for you yet. Because when you get into these insurance companies, guys, you can actually virtually go and submit claims. All right. With these insurance companies, and you can, you can do this yourself. That's what I teach you how to do. You can actually be a listed provider for durable medical equipment supplies, and you can go into these networks and actually do your own claims. But if you're a person who does not do your claims yourself, but you're listed with the network, which is there's perks to getting listed with the network. You can tell that client, like, hey, here's a receipt. You can go to your insurance company, and let them know that you're filing under me or something like that. But at the end of the day, they can actually go to their insurance company as well and get reimbursement. Another one is maybe the reimbursement rate has discrepancies. Like, so let's say that, when you check this patient's eligibility, they may not get reimbursed. Maybe they may not get it that much payback with you. Okay. So in those instances, you're like, hey, well, under my network, because of how I'm listed in the network, you may not get that much. So, hey, we're going to go ahead and let you go do it yourself with the insurance company. So that's another option that you can do. And another thing, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to make this thing bigger. Another one is high deductible health plans. If the person has like a high deductible, all right, meaning those like I was talking about, those deductibles not being met. Like, there are some clients who, a lot of durable medical equipment supplies, guys, they will not, let's say the person has a $2,000 deductible. That means this person is not going to get coverage until they have met that $2,000 deductible. And the way that you meet these deductibles, guys, is the person has to be going to the doctor, and after they've been going to the doctor so many times, eventually their appointments go towards that deductible. And when that deductible is met, now it's covered. Now they will cover 100% of the durable medical equipment supplies. So we do teach you guys how to know this and look at people's eligibility and know this stuff. But that is another instance where you can say, hey, client, go ahead into the insurance company, get reimbursement back yourself. And then also, if there's for specialized services or treatments that you may be doing or offering, and because we're durable medical equipment suppliers, we can't necessarily bill PRP treatments. We can't necessarily bill laser treatments. Maybe they need to go to their doctor for that type of stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you're just trying to avoid all that, that's just me getting real detailed with it, guys. Honestly, guys, stick to prosthetics and you'll be fine. And even if the client is getting laser treatments or PRP treatments, just still keep it under that cranial prosthesis identity, because if you have that covered, you'll be okay. All right, because that will get covered. All right. So, do I got any questions? Let me see. Let's check over here. Okay. All right. You follow? Okay. We got people tapping in. All right. I know these words get a little deep, so I want to make sure you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. Hey, Darius. Thanks for jumping in. All right. And I know somebody did ask in the chat. They asked, do they have I'm gonna get to that. I know I was asking about if we have any consultations and things set up. Yes, just send me a direct message, guys, and I can get you in a consultation where we can help you out with that. And then somebody else also asked about, do we have ebooks and resources available? Yes, we do have ebooks and resources available. You click the link in my bio or type ready down here in the chat. We will make sure that you get those resources. Okay. All right. And thank you guys for jumping on. Okay. So yeah, next question. All right. What are the steps for a client to request reimbursement back from the insurance company? Y'all giving y'all some real game, guys, because this is some stuff that I'm like, whew, I like I said, this is truly a segment that I pulled out of the class. So I want you guys to know what you get when you come to the class. This is the details you get when you join our Jumpstart Your Hair Loss Business Training Program. All right, because we're trying to get you to jumpstart your business. And the way you jumpstart it is, hey, you don't have to go through all these steps. We're giving you the steps. All right. Now you can take the long way if you want to. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, I'm not gonna say you can't find it online, but they've been put together. Oh yeah, I got you, Miss Latoya. I got you, Miss Maria. I got you. So, like I said, there's a lot of things, guys, that you want to make sure that you are aware of when you get into this part of the industry, guys. And it really could be very productive, very profitable, but you got to do your part and actually making sure that you are informed and you can tell your clients what they need to do next so they can get taking full advantage of these benefits. So here are the steps. If your client is like, hey, I really want insurance to cover my services, this is what they need to do. Pay for your services up front. Okay. So if they come to you, they've gotten a consultation, they've been told like, hey, you told them what their quote is for their cranial prosthesis. Hey, y'all, take the class. Very informative. She's a true gem. Thank you, Miss Tamika. Yes, this is one of our alumni in the chat, guys. She has had some successes with it, guys. And you got to make sure that you give the resources that you need to be able to succeed in this business. All right. So once you have done their services, you give them an itemized receipt or an invoice. So on this invoice, you want to make sure it says cranial prosthesis service. All right. Cranial prosthesis service. Don't put if you did a scalp detox. Do not put if you did laser therapy treatment. Don't put any of that on there. Just put the cranial prosthesis service and put the amount of that service. Okay. Cranial prosthesis service gets this, guys, that, those who, when we be in those webinars, we talk about the theory behind that. But those services can range from $500 up to over $20,000. Okay. So you need to put down how much, ideally you're trying to put down what is the price of that unit, that hair system. So if you have a hair system that's $3,000 or $1,500, that's what you're putting on there. Okay. So you can get a nice medical grade, a medical cap unit, a silicone based unit with, now the highest one I've done so far is 6,500, guys, but you can really get a decent one for, like, say, $1,500 to $2,000, $3,000, and that client will be very satisfied. So you will give them this receipt saying, hey, this is the cost of your service. They will actually take this to their insurance company, and an insurance company will have them complete a claim form. All right. There's a claim form that they will get. They will also submit this claim form, and then they'll wait for that reimbursement. Now, I would like to eliminate this step, guys, because I know how it is for my clients. They're not going to follow up. Okay. And as a beauty professional, I'm trying to show you guys that we need to make sure that we're following up. All right. We need to do the follow up and help our clients know how to follow up. So the way you do that is, give them some steps, and maybe you got some ways that you're going to remind them, like, hey, make sure you did this and this. But honestly, if you put it on them, if you have them doing this step, guys, give them that responsibility to go to that insurance company. But when you decide that, hey, I'm going to be that listed provider in this, I'm going to be that listed provider, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do all these steps and I don't have to go through my client. And that's what I like to teach you guys how to do that, because I already know my clients. I love them. But sometimes, they might get, especially when they're a little bit older, they just don't have time to do all that running around. And sometimes I feel like I'm more serious about them getting this reimbursement back than they are. So you got to be that serious. And if they're a person who's like, hey, I really want to do this myself, have them follow these steps. And your only responsibility in this is making sure you get them that, doing the service and getting them that itemized receipt so they can go to their insurance company. Okay, got some questions over here. Hey, Mr. Roberta, thanks for jumping in. Okay. All right. So things to remember, guys. Just the things to remember. Each insurance company has its own processes and policies. So it's very essential for their patients to understand their specific business. You just need to know your specific business requirements. And for us as beauty professionals, as hair loss specialists, it is our responsibility to know that what's even billed. So I'm telling you guys, the thing that's going to be covered, the thing that's going to be billed is cranial prosthesis. And the code for that is A9282. All right, y'all got that? A is in alpha, A is in alpha 9282. Ooh, I had that country come out. A is in alpha 9282. That is what it is that you need, okay? And to be able to get that bill, that's the coverage we're looking for. All right, that's the coverage we're looking for. Don't make it complicated. Like I said, I know the questions come like, oh, what about hair restoration? What about that? I know how that is because I'm a trichologist myself. But guys, if you want them to get some coverage, that's what's going to be on the insurance claim. And I know sometimes people ask, like, well, what about if I don't want to not be honest? You are going to be honest. You're going to tell your client, hey, if you want some insurance coverage, we have to put this on your claim. So when you get your explanation of benefits, which we talk about that, guys, in our book, we talk about what it is they need to expect when they get these services. We tell you that we give you the whole layout. After you submit the claim, Here's the remittance advice that you're going to get. Here's the explanation of benefits that they're going to get. So you don't be lost. You do not want to be lost. And the goal is, y'all know, like I said, with us being business owners, the last thing we want to do is offer a service and we're looking lost and not knowing what to tell our clients once we say we're offering something. And I don't want that for any of us. So if this is something that you are interested in, guys, I definitely have the resources you need. So just in summary, guys, we just want to conclude that don't think that this is going to be like an overwhelming process. Okay, it doesn't have to be. All right, and don't feel like, oh, this just seemed like too many steps. I don't want to do this because it's just too many steps. Like I'll just keep on doing my hair loss services the way I've been doing it. I don't want to get caught up in all these different details of things. No, do not think like that, because I'm here to help you get through those details without it being an issue. I know I just posted one of our students who just had a good success last week. She got her letter saying she is listed with her TRICARE network, and we're going to help her get into the portal so she can actually know how to go and submit a claim. All right. And we do these on live Q&A session, guys. We get on Zoom. I'll have her share a screen. We answer whatever question she needs. If she has a community, we have a community that if there's some questions that you want to ask before we do the Q&A calls, you can ask those in those community. And sometimes, like I said, I have certain days of the week that is set aside just to make sure I'm answering you guys' questions. So if I got time to make a video to show you how to do it, we'll send that video before the Q&A call, because a lot of times it's a video that somebody else needs. So we don't want you guys to feel like, well, this just seems like there's too many steps, there's just too many questions, there's too many things that could go wrong. No, we are here to make sure that you don't go wrong. These questions are coming from individuals who didn't get the training. They're kind of like, what? Because they just jumped into it, which I'm not knocking it. I did the same thing. I jumped into it, and there was a lot of questions I didn't have the answers to. I looked them up. I had to kind of learn from calling and talking and kind of figuring out, okay, well, nobody's going to really give me the answer to this, but this seems like this happens each time this way all the time. So with that being said, let me write down these steps. And guys, the blessing is those steps and those trials made it where I can give you guys a book and a resource or a course that can help you guys. So if you are a little anxious before I message you back, you could definitely go tap that link in the bio, my link tree, and it'll show you all the courses we have available. And usually we do have webinar training. Those who register for those webinars, you will get a discount code. But I'm gonna tell you guys who jumped on here, use discount code webinar50. Let me put that up here. If you use the discount, if you joined on today, I want you to use this discount code. Discount code webinar50. Let's see. I'm gonna put it up here for you. Tap that link in the bio and use this code. And this will save you 50% off of our course, and it'll save and 50% off of our hair loss bundle. It's about to come up, y'all. See, I can see it. You get 50% off of our hair loss bundle. There we go. It's about to come up. And there we go. And there you go. Discount code webinar50. If you use the discount code webinar50, you can save 50% off of our Jumpstart Your Hair Loss course. Now make sure I have this link at the top of the chat. And then you also save 50% off of our hair loss bundle. Our hair loss bundle, guys, is our textbook curriculum, and it also comes with 2 ebooks. That ebook is that ebook actually has an ebook on how to help your veterans get coverage from the VA. Okay, that's a huge thing. Usually when we do our free webinar trainings, you actually guys get to hear how we do that. But you definitely will get this code, this ebook that has this step-by-step template that you need to give to your clients, so they can go over, do the work, request you. But it also has the accounts that you guys need to get, so you can also get the discount. I mean, you can also be able to know what to say to that VA when they call you, and you'll have your accounts in place. Okay, so you'll get that ebook, and you also get the ebook on how to properly structure your business, so you can get good business credit, and you'll get structured, and you'll know how to get some structured funding. All right, so that's what that hair loss bundle comes with. Our financial blueprint for hair loss businesses, which goes over at the beginning to the end on how to get credentialed, how to just set up your hair loss business when it comes to financial your financial resources that you need to have for your hair loss clients. for the insured, for those who insurance don't cover. We got the financial links that you need to get with the companies that help those get covered or have some type of offset those expenses. And we also give you guys list of insurance companies, templates, and all that. Now, if you're interested in getting into our Jumpstart Your Hair Loss course, that course, guys, like I said, we actually include the book in the course. So you saving 50% off and you still gonna get the book. All right. You still gonna get my coaching, you're gonna still get that help. And so we want you guys to get that. So use that discount code webinar50 to get that. And you'll also be able to get we have a Facebook, oh not Facebook group, we have a free community now. Excuse me, not free. We do have a community for us to call it our Med Hair Professionals Network. And that's a community for professionals like ourselves who have already been trained, or maybe we're tapping into the training, we're trying to get trained. This community, guys, is where I drop the latest industry updates on like how insurance claims are changing, different type of application updates. For example, Care Credit, they weren't accepting people for a while. Now they are again. So things like that, like just dimes and gems all day long that you can get in this community. So we actually go live in that community every third Monday. And we just launched that community this month, guys. So you want to get in there. And because we just launched it, we want you to also save 50% off of that. So jump into it. Definitely we definitely a group that you want to be involved in, guys. And I like to also bring in other experts into our communities too to help you guys be the greatest business owners you can be. Because like I said, I can't do it all. But if you are tuned in, you will know about these things. If you subscribe with us, jump on those webinars. We have you in our subscriptions so you can when things are coming in. Okay, so I want to thank you all for jumping on this live with us on this amazing, beautiful Monday. I hope it's not raining anywhere anymore. Cause I know a lot of people had got some storms this weekend. I just thank you guys for jumping in and tuning in, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys next Monday. All right. And those who want to join us next Monday, please make sure you register in that link in the bio that says register for our free webinar so you can get the real game that I give you guys about how to really integrate insurance into your hair loss business. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you later.